Hi, welcome. It's Libby. Tonight I'm going to show you or explain to you about Tratakum, which is a candle meditation, a candle gazing meditation. It has a lots of benefits. I'll tell you the benefits first, so I'll bring it over here. So the benefits of Tratakum, which is a gazing into the candle flame, it's a kriya, and a kriya is a cleansing energy. It's one of the kriyas which actually helps to cleanse, detox. So what it does, it basically clears the eyes, it cleanses the eyes. It also helps your eyesight, it can help to improve eyesight. It can help with focus, and it can also help on memory recall. It's very helpful to help you to sleep at night. What else? I've got my little sheet down here. It can reduce headaches. And yeah, it basically is a cleansing technique. So it cleanses the eyes. Lots and lots of kriyas, cleansing kriyas, not to be confused with Kundalini kriyas. Although a kriya in Kundalini has an effect, has an action. So a kriya here would be the action of candle gazing to improve the eyes, to improve our memory, our focus. It also helps to stimulate our third eye chakra, Ajna chakra, and it can help to bring about more of a calm space and calm peace of mind. So there's a lot of tools, and if you practice it after I've done this video, you wanted to have a practice with it, then you can actually, if you want to email me or comment on the video below on how you got on with it. I'd love your feedback, because it's something that I don't do very regularly. The reason why I don't do Tratakum very often, or haven't done for a long time, was many years ago I actually had an eye problem. I had a cataract, and it wasn't through old age, it was actually a damaged eye. I had an injury in my eye, and I was actually blind in my right side for maybe about 7 or 8 years. So before I had the actual eye operation, I wasn't really allowed to do Tratakum. I wasn't allowed to do lots of inverted postures like the shoulder stand, especially headstand. It could detach the retina. So there's a couple of things that you wouldn't practice Tratakum, and I'll explain with those. The main reason would be if anything that's like flickering eyes, so anything like epilepsy, or anything with if you've got eye problems and you just didn't feel like you wanted to do it, then I would say no. If you've got wandering eyes, like a turned eye, which I had actually with my cataract, I couldn't focus on the flame. The flame would be going over here, so it's not really going to be very focused. But if it helps to improve your eyesight, then have a go with it. So then the benefits. I'll just move it over there for now. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to tune in with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo, which sets our space, sets us into a nice space. And then we're going to do some eye exercises. So these eye exercises, along with Tratakum, will help to improve your eyesight. It will help you to wash away, detox the eyes, and it's very, very good for the eyes. So I'd like you to sit in a nice meditative position. I'm using a yoga block underneath my buttocks just to lift up the seat. So that helps you, so you're not rolling back and slumping. You've got a nice posture. We're going to rub the hands together into prayer position at the heart center and close the eyes. And just take the gaze down to the tip of the nose as you close the eyes. And just take a few long deep breaths and just allow yourself to go down into the earth. Most important to be nice and centered, nice and focused. And if you've got anything that you're thinking of right now, just breathe it away. Breathe it down into the earth. Just let the earth take away any negative thoughts, anything that you feel a bit anxious or stressed, or you've got a lot on your head, then just breathe it out. Just let it go. Trying to be as quiet and as still as possible. And then as you next breathe in, we're going to chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo, which means I open up the sacred space. I bring about the awakening of the teacher within me, and I create that calm space for me to practice right now. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Name, Jigadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sirigare Name. Adgare Name, Jigadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sirigare Name. Adgare Name, Jigadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sirigare Name. Inhale deeply, press the hands together, bring the gaze up and turn your eyes to look towards the third eye. Automatically starts to bring your gaze into a focus point, and then exhale and down. So you might want to keep your eyes closed, and we're going to work some eye exercises. So just sitting for a moment, let the eyes just rest for a moment. Try to keep them just slightly looking up towards the third eye. So what we're going to do first of all is we're just going to, without lifting the head up and down, the head's not moving, it's the eyes. So you're keeping the head nice and still, and the eyes are going to look up to the third eye, yeah? And then you're going to look down to the chin, okay? You can keep the eyes open or you can close them. Either way, you're taking the eyes up to the third eye point and down to the nose. So we'll do this a few times just to breathe in and breathe out. Just focus on the breath. And then just close your eyes for a moment, just let the eyes settle and relax. Now imagine you're just looking ahead of you, and you're going to breathe in and you're going to take your gaze to the right side and then to the left, to the centre to right, to centre to left. You're not turning the head. Inhale to centre, exhale to the right side, inhale to centre and to the other side. Okay, centre and right, centre and left. Come back to centre, inhale, centre, exhale to the left, inhale to centre, exhale to the right. Inhale to centre, exhale to the left, inhale to centre, exhale to the right. Keep the eyes to centre. We're going to take the eyes as we're looking up to the diagonal. So we're looking to the right corner of your room and then down to the left corner, down below. So down probably towards your shoulder blade or shoulder. Inhale to the right and down to the shoulder. And then inhale to the left corner and down to the right shoulder. Inhale left corner and down to the right. Okay, we'll repeat that again, just once on either side. This time inhale to the right corner, down to the left. Inhale to the left corner and to the right. And one more time, left, down to shoulder, right, down to shoulder. Okay, so you've done either side. Then come back to centre. And this time we're going to inhale. I'm going to take the gaze up as if we were going to be looking to 12 o'clock. And then we're going to look to 1 o'clock, to 2 o'clock, to 3 o'clock, to 4 o'clock, to 5 o'clock, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, and to 10, 11, and back to 12. And then 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to centre, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take the eyes to the 12 o'clock, and then we're going to go round the clock 3 times really quickly with the eyes, making 3 big circles all the way around from 12 to 11 and back the other way, and then the other way 12, 11, 10, 9 to 1 to 12, and then keep going 3 times, 3 times, and then come back to centre. Take a breath in. Inhale, take your focus to the third eye, and then back down to the nose. Just sit for a moment. It's really stimulated your eyes. You can probably feel them quite buzzing with energy. I can feel my eyes really buzzing as I do that. So keeping the eyes closed, we're going to rub the hands together. And we're going to place the hands over the eyes. really, really close to the eyes, and open the eyes, looking into the palms of your hands. And what we're doing, what's called palming. We're going to take 3 long deep breaths. Just really open the eyes, breathing in and exhale. Inhale and exhale, and then inhale, exhale. Close the eyes for a moment, and then slowly, slowly bring the hands down, and then coming back, let your eyes flutter open. Okay, so you might just want to do those exercises. I already feel that my eyes feel really lively, and as I say, I would like to think that this practice will help my eyes to improve, and that my eyesight will get better, because after having the operation, my eyesight is a lot better. And again, looking at your diet, looking at how how much good food you eat, nutrition has a good impact on your eyes. Okay, so we're going to sit with this candle meditation. So again, I'm sitting on a block. This is really nice to be done in a circle. So you all sit around the circle looking into the candle flame in the middle. You need the candle about 2 foot away from you. So I'm just going to move mine just slightly. That's about 2 foot. So I'm quite far away from the candle. You need to be sitting so that the candle flame is literally sort of within your eyesight, or at least like nose height. What you don't want to be doing is looking up here like this to the candlestick, or down like so. You need to be just looking straight ahead. Okay, so we're going to practice the candle flame gazing, or Tratakum as it's called. I'm just going to light the candle. Okay, just hope it will light. It's a new candle, handmade candle. It's a soya candle, so it doesn't have any chemicals. That's one thing you need to remember. Don't buy a candle or have candles which has got paraffin in. Okay, it's a petroleum extract, and you don't want to be doing that. It doesn't do your lungs any good. Okay, so if you've got tea lights with candle petroleum in, get rid of them. Okay, so candles kind of okay. The other thing you need to be careful when you do Tratakum is obviously if you don't want to be in a draft. You also need to be in a dark room. I'm not going to be able to do this very well in this bright room. So I'm going to just take my lights down. So just find my dimmer. So I'm going to just going to take this down. Hopefully that's going to dim it right down. That's better. Whoops. I got it right down, then it went back up again. That's as far as I think it'll go. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this corner light off, and that hopefully will be a better position. Oh, that's a little bit too dark for you to see me, so sorry about that. That's better. Okay, so we've got this lovely candle. You really want to be in a dark room, but I can't really have it too dark, otherwise you're not going to see. Okay, because I moved around a bit, the candle flame is starting to move. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to look at the candle. We're going to just make sure we sit up nice and tall, closing the eyes for a moment. You can start off maybe with your hands in that palming position and just look into the space for a moment. And then slowly coming back. So what you want to do is we're going to be looking at the candle flame, and one of the things that we don't want to do is blink too much. Now when you start looking at the candle flame and you've got your eyes quite fixed on this flame, the eyes will start to water, and that's fine. What you don't want to do is keep blinking the eyes. You want to try and keep the eyes as closed, as open as much as possible, and then maybe blink a couple of times. But first of all, we're going to just look into the flame. We're just going to look into the flame and see the whole flame, see its whole essence of the flame. There might be colours in the flame, you might see the aura of the flame, but just see it as one whole energy. Keep the eyes fixed on the flame, and that you're not going to blink. And as soon as I say that, you'll probably want to blink, so try not to. Just focus on your breath. Just allow your complete attention on the candle flame. And you might get to a point where the eyes start to want to blink, and that's the point where you're going to close your eyes. And you will see the image of the candle. You maybe see the image of the candlestick, and you'll see the flame. Just focus on the image. Keep the image nice and quiet and still. You might want to flicker off everywhere, but try and keep it in one space. And when the flame starts to diminish, just sit for a few more moments. When it starts to diminish, you can then just open your eyes and look again at the flame. This time, we're going to look at the flame, but we're going to focus on the aura around the flame. Again, keep the eyes nice and wide, keep the eyes still and quiet, and try not to blink. You can just focus gently on the breath, but don't breathe too deep because you will affect the flame. Looking up to the aura, don't let your mind wander, keep focusing on the breath. If you blink, then just try and keep your eyes open again, just for a little bit longer. See the aura, and then when you need to that point where either you start to want to blink or you've had enough, then you can close your eyes. Bring in the candle flame. You might find then the flame starts to move around, keep it back to the space. And when the candle starts to disappear, the flame, you can come back again. You can rub your hands, put your hands over your eyes for a second. Just looking into that space, maybe you can still see the candle flame. And then we're going to open our eyes for the third time, and this time we're going to look at the very tip of the candle flame, right at the top, at the tip. And again, watch your focus, watch your breath, watch your posture. Breath is nice and still and calm and peaceful. And then you might want to just close the eyes gently. And again, looking into the flame. Find the flame, bring the flame into the meditation, and just stay here. Focus on the flame. Okay, I'm just going to let the candle flame now just release and let go. And then just again, bring your hands together. Get them nice and warm. And then when you feel ready, close your eyes, keep your eyes closed. Pop the hands around the eyes and just look into that space. The eyes start to open now. Just breathe in 4 long deep breaths. Just feel yourself back into your room, back into the space. Take a big breath in, hold the breath, and then exhale as you bring the hands down. Okay, I'm going to blow the candle out now. So just move that out of the way. And how was that? Hopefully that was nice and calming for you. That practice I would do no longer than 10 minutes because the eyes, it's too much for the eyes. Obviously, if you are a person that practices this on a regular basis, then you might decide to do it for 20 minutes. It's to the point when your eyes really don't want to keep blinking. So after maybe a minute, your eyes will start blinking. And if you keep them open again, it starts to make your eyes a little bit irritated. So just go with the practice yourself. This video is just like a training aid, so it gives you an idea how to practice it. Obviously, you don't have to listen to me every time. You get the idea how to do it. So the next time you can do it without the video, and then you've not got my distraction. But it's basically looking at the flame, looking at the aura, and then looking at the very tip. You will see the shape of the candlestick. You won't just get the flame, you will get the shape of the candlestick. You may get other shapes of things in the room as well. Because I've got a ring light here above my camera, I actually was seeing a little bit of the ring light, which is a little bit annoying. So I've brought you this video hopefully to give you an idea how to practice it. So if you haven't got a candlestick like this, what is useful, what I did on my retreat, when I took this to the retreat, I used a wine bottle. And that was a little bit too low. So then what I did, I just got some yoga bricks and put the candle on the yoga bricks, and that just brought it up to the right height. What you don't want to do is sit with the head down here. I've seen so many people do Tratakum and they're all looking down at the flame, at this little tiny tea flame, tea light, which isn't really very good. So let's practice that. Let's have a little practice this week. If you can let me know, leave me some feedback. I'm hoping to bring you lots of meditations a couple of times a week, maybe on a Saturday evening, unless I'm doing something else, or a Friday evening, depending on my schedule as well. So I will hopefully bring a couple of meditations for you throughout the month and see how we get on. I feel February is all about the mind and calming the mind. The other thing I'm doing for February is I'm starting to read a lot more. I love reading. I used to be a real avid reader, and then just things busy, you get busy with life and books tend to pile up, and so it's my intention through February to start reading a lot more books. Okay, so I'm going to end with Satnam to close the session. So rubbing the hands together, sitting up nice and tall, bring the hands into prayer, close the eyes, let the shoulders roll back and down, and take a nice long deep breath in and exhale it out. And I'm going to chant Satnam, which means the truth is my name. The truth is within me. Okay, so closing the eyes again. Satnam. 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 Take a long deep breath in. Satnam, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you.